Yo, every Wednesday night, you better tune in tight. At 7 p.m. CST, we bring in that insight. Halas Hall Report, best podcast in the game. Stats and facts, you'll remember the name. Host Ken Dub got the knowledge on lock. Co-host Woody the Bear fan, talking all that talk. 3 Bear fans chilling, opinions on the side. We're here for the love, riding that Bear pride. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the skies. Lions think they're fierce with Dan Campbell's call, but all that greed ain't gonna help them at all. Same old story, we know how it goes. They just can't compete, everybody knows. Minnesota Vikings always talking smack, but when it's game day, they ain't got the knack. Sitting on the couch while we're making a stand. Over here in Chi-Town, we're the best in the land. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. Packer fans yell blow pack blow, but can't see the truth. We're stealing the show. Rivalry heated, but we stay real cool. Halas Hall Report, yeah, that's the rule. With every episode, we build that hype. Stats and team news, we got the right type. Fan base strong, we ain't looking back. 2025, it's a winning attack. So gather round fans, put your hands in the air. Every Wednesday night, we're breathing that bear. Join the revolution, watch the magic unfold. Halas Hall Report, we're breaking the mold. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. So mark your calendars, don't miss a beat. Every Wednesday night, Halas Hall can't be beat. Stats, facts, team news on deck. Halas Hall Report, what did you expect? 2025, the Bears are here to stay. Blue and orange in the north, leading the way.
And good evening. Welcome to another edition of Halas Hall Report. Of course, I'm Ken the Bear fan, and with me, I've got Woody. Good evening, Woody. How you doing?
Woody Bear Down is here. I'm here, barely. But yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, the hangover from Sunday's loss, right?
Yeah. Yeah, again, I was the only Bear fan probably to pick the Packers to win, and I'm a realist. And again, I was off by 1 point again from winning the prize.
You and I hope you were right, and obviously I was wrong, so I hope you were right, because you were like home and home, and I was like, it'd be cool if it was away and away, right?
Yeah.
So I have to agree with you, but then said, yeah, but I'd rather do win in Lambeau, lose at home if we're going to split, because that whole little, 2 times 1 year thing would have been cool. Yeah, good game. The game didn't start out so hot.
No, Caleb started out 0-5, 0 for 5. Jordan Love on point. Like, I haven't seen him, I watched him play, but it seems like this game, he was very accurate. It's the only time really that I've seen a quarterback play against the Bears that every time he threw the ball, I'm like, oh my God, is this going to be, how far is this completion going to be? Because he's been on point.
He was very good. Green Bay was very good at knowing what play to call with the defense that we had called at the time. Like, the deep shots were the perfect call for them. When they called those deep shots, they were the exact perfect call against the defense we had. They were opportunistic. They knew when the opportunities were there and took them, because our pass rush was, abysmal. And their pass rush, oh my God, it was like we were getting swarmed. Like, the offense, the first half just felt like, they were, before the ball was even hiked, they were on them. It was like, wait a second. They seemed not overwhelmed totally, but pretty damn close. They were getting swarmed pretty heavy.
Well, we could say that we didn't have this. Oh my God, cupcake, really? All right. Anyway, so Yeah, I just lost my train of thought. She brought my favorite cupcake up. Just go
I was
ahead.
saying how the offense looks swarmed in the first
Yeah,
half.
I mean, now would a Dunze? He probably would have made a difference a little bit. But who knows? I mean, Loveland, he's starting to turn my head too, because I always said I wanted to draft Warren.
Right.
Their stats right now, yardage wise, are pretty close. We'll see how Phillip Rivers throw to him, but that's another story.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
But yeah, I want to bring out my star of the game.
Yeah.
I like Ozzie. Okay, he did pretty darn good. He didn't allow a pressure. He's a rookie.
Yeah,
He did
Micah Parsons, guess how many sacks he had?
none, zero.
Yeah.
So hats off to Ozzie. Good game. My shithead of the game, because a lot of people don't look at this, is that terrible kickoff towards the end of the first half that led to him to a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, I don't envy. And look, Green Bay's kicker did the same thing, right? Both kickers did it, and we scored a touchdown off ours too. So maybe it's a little tick for tack there. But I'll tell you what, as a guy who played soccer in the cold weather, the ball is made from pretty much the same material. Dude, that ball had to be like kicking a granite rock. I mean, kicking that ball in that weather, dude. If you want to get an idea of how it must have felt like, go put on your work boots, set up a cinder block in your driveway, and go kick the cinder block like they kick the football. Because
Right.
that's almost pretty much what it had to feel like. I mean, you could break bones in your foot with that ball gets so hard. Yeah, that was boneheaded. I mean, it wasn't great. And, I mean, they had Green Bay had a similar issue. Uh, Trapeel, that's a good player of the game, though. That's a good
Yeah.
way to go, actually.
Whew.
Um,
But to go back to the kickers, yeah, I know they did it one, but to go in halftime, what 7-3, 10-3, whatever it was,
10-3,
yeah,
10-3, yeah.
yeah, that is like a momentum killer, But this is what I wanted to say, is that we didn't see this in years. You let me know the last time we made second half adjustments when we came
Yep,
out, because
big
we
time.
came out on fire. So Ben, like I said, he's probably my favorite coach since Lovie Smith.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Bears made great adjustments. The Packers made some great adjustments during the second half on that touchdown drive they scored.
Oh,
The running game for both teams was adequate at least. The Bears, I know some guys say, "Oh, we should let Monangai in. Look at all the stuff he was doing in the first half." When you break down the stats for the game, I think Swift carried the ball one more carry than Monangai without pulling it up. And the yards per carry, though, Monangai's was not as good as Swift. Swift averaged over a half yard better per carry.
mhm.
I think that the way they're working the tandem of Swift and Monangai for the running game, it works. It works. I'm like, Ben, don't change it. It works. Um, for me, obviously the last play of the game, and here's the thing, we're both watching on TV, and I'm sure, so for me watching that, this is how it went. Okay, fourth and like a yard, Ben's gonna go for it. I was thinking Caleb's just gonna run it to the, out of bounds, and then he starts to run. I'm like, hey, he's just gonna run out of bounds and go. Now remember the camera angle on the screen, you're not seeing past maybe the 4 or 5 yard line. So you
Mhm.
weren't and the camera angle that we're seeing that they're showing us on TV, we're not looking at the end zone. We're not seeing the end zone. And then I see Caleb start to square up. I'm like, is he gonna throw the ball? Is someone wide open? Because we can't
two
see the end zone.
two
And he
people
lets
were.
he lets it go. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, why is he floating it? Why is there a Green Bay player right there? And I'm like, oh, now DJ was open in the middle. I can maybe understand him not seeing DJ because he's running to the left. DJ's not coming more behind him. Okay, he's moving. He's trying to figure things out. I can maybe understand not seeing DJ because he'd already seen Cole. And then in the press conference, he said he saw the Packer defender start to make his way over there. And this is what I love about Caleb. He said, look, this is my bad throw. I should have led Cole better. I should have led him more. And I should have adjusted that throw a lot different than what I did. Good evening, Matt.
Well, if you do look at that play, and again, we're not in Caleb's eyes. We're seeing it on TV.
Right.
Komet was open in the beginning. If you see that replay,
Yeah.
like he led on, he had, and then that float. Oh my God, gave that guy
And
time to go back and get that interception.
and Caleb like took ownership on that. And as far as like when he saw commit, I mean the hard part is we don't know if maybe the read was to look right first and not left or whatever the read was. But I do like that Caleb took ownership for the throw and said, "Look, I should have thrown it this way because if I would have done it this way, then if he wouldn't have gotten it, at least well, it wouldn't have made a difference. They would have turned the ball over and down, but it wouldn't have been an interception." I like how he said, "Hey, look, I need to make that a better throw than what I did, pretty much." Because look at the Bears could have won that game. They should have won that game, but they didn't. So now we move on to other games, and we get to see Green Bay here a week from Saturday. So I thought the adjustments were great.
Mhm.
I thought the running game. Did you see that run in the first? Was it second quarter from a non-guy where he
Yeah,
literally broke the dude's helmet?
yeah. It just, I thought he was going to be hurt because the way it smacked that helmet, and then
Yeah,
he bounced off. That's a tough 2 yards you got.
I thought at least one of them was going to be in the concussion protocol after that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, let me, well, today's, let me see if I didn't bring up the injury report, let me bring it up really quick and see if he's on the official injury report, if they've even, listed it for today. Oh, of course, Gordon not playing sucked.
Uh-huh. He's
And
gone for, he's probably gonna be gone for the year. Ben
he didn't
Johnson
play.
had
Okay, so
yeah, he had an interview with him, and he said that injury wasn't good. So
yeah, he tweaked it during warm-ups. He felt it, so he didn't practice today. Travis Homer did not practice with the ankle today. Roma Dunze had limited practice. Tyreek Stevenson limited practice. Zach Ayes limited practice, and Hippolyte and Jalen Johnson were both full practice. For the Browns, oh my God, their injury list. I'm not even going into, but let's just say it's a novel compared to the Bears. Um, but that's all looking forward. I really want to do. We'll talk about Cleveland on Sunday. Um, but Gordon not playing. But you know what though? Gordon not playing wasn't as important as you thought it would be. You know what I mean?
the what?
Gordon not playing was not as important as you thought it would be.
Well, McLeod looked like total horseshit on Sunday. He's, oh my God, terrible.
Yeah, but I mean,
Go downstairs.
Jalen or Gardner Johnson played good,
Yeah.
right? Like Gardner Johnson was good, and then when you talk about depth at corner, I mean, Tyreek Stevenson's out, and you're like, well, fuck. But then you're like, well, wait a minute. Okay, Nashawn Wright, he's been playing well. Nick McLeod was, not good. Nashawn Wright's still good. That's a good. I mean, we have a good problem there with Nashawn Wright, being
Yeah.
basically the backup. So if Tyreek or JJ are down, it's like you're still okay.
Okay. And he got banged up a little bit.
Yeah, and the linebacking core. Look at the linebacking core is still. We're still what, a week or two away from getting the linebacking core back in place,
Yep.
at least. So defensively, though, they weren't bad. It was just that Green Bay in the first half called the proper plays. Those shots were the right play at the right time with the right coverages. And look at the. It wasn't that they made bad defensive plays on those plays. The offensive plays were just that good. Sometimes
Well,
you can do everything right and get beat.
the one long pass, Brisker had to come halfway across that field, and he almost tipped it. So that was a blown coverage.
Well,
Uh,
I don't know if as much of a blown coverage as Brisker got fooled with going to his right instead of going to the left. Yeah, he started to go right, and then when he realized what it was, he came back left. If he had broken left earlier, yeah, maybe they break that play up. But that was
or he
good
doesn't
play
even
design
throw
by
it.
Green Bay, though.
Yeah, I mean, the communication between the cornerbacks and safeties, like a lot of these cornerbacks when they're playing zone, think, one guy goes past them, the safeties are going to get them. So the miscommunication there on defense has got to get better as well.
Yeah, that was just good. That was also, it was that and good play design by Green Bay. So maybe a little bit of both. Like Brisker kind of got fooled by the play design, but then they should have been yelling to each other on the field more like, "Hey, get over here," kind of stuff. The second half they were much better. Green Bay though still picked up on some good short passes that made a difference in that final drive. You got to press some of these guys a little bit more on the line.
And welcome back Jalen Reed too, because that's
Yeah.
him and him and Watson are probably their players of the game, except for Jordan Love.
So good game overall. I mean, it's funny that we started the day at number 1 seed, ended the day at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Just and we're only a half game between us and the Packers.
Well, that's how good the NFC is.
Yeah, the NFC North in particular. The NFC North and the NFC West, these two divisions are redundant. When it comes to the playoff races. So I think we're in the playoff race. We kind of control our own destiny.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this game on Sunday, man. The running game was good. The passing game needs to be improved. One thing like Caleb's passer rating and his completion percentage, once again, not great, but once again, I'm not mad. Because look at how many throwaways there were.
Well, a lot of I understand that. A lot of these fans are thinking that, Caleb, he's 32nd out of 33rd qualifying quarterbacks in completion percentage, and he's 19th overall in QBR. So a lot of
I
fans
wonder where he
looking at,
ranks in throwaways.
I don't know.
I don't even know if they keep that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that's a stat that you think someone should keep. Let me see if I can find it.
But the fans, they look at those two stats right there and like, oh, he's not the answer. Yeah, he can throw it away to save it, but that means our receivers aren't getting open, or the defenseman or the defense is not letting anybody open. So throwaways are not. He's doing it, but it's not winning us games like it could have did on Sunday. Yeah, with that interception in the first quarter with CJ, I mean, I was like, wow, we might win this turnover battle. And usually when we win the turnover battle, we win the game. But
yeah, it doesn't. They don't have a stat on that. They really. Well, okay, Kurt Warner. Jesus, Kurt Warner listening to us. Let me see what Kurt Warner had to say real quick. There was an article on this where the quote is: Kurt Warner says Caleb Williams' low completion percentage isn't all that bad. So I might get that here. Hold on. Okay, Kurt Warner, this is what he says, that obviously he misses some throws and misses some guys. I think he also does a great job of throwing the ball away. There's a lot of quarterbacks who take a bunch of sacks and they should just throw the football away. I think Caleb, especially on those naked bootlegs, you either win or there's nothing there. Although he's made some great plays on the move, sometimes the completion is simply because the incompletion is simply because the play doesn't work and he's got to throw it away. He does a good job with that. So, I mean, Kurt Warner, and I don't always agree with Kurt Warner because I think sometimes some mistakes I go, but he's recognizing that, right? That Caleb throws it away a lot, and I've noticed that too. Like the game before last, he got the ball in the pocket, and like within a second, he had thrown it at someone's feet. Like he just knew and threw it away. So he does a lot of throwaways. So I'm not mad at the completion percentage, and I get why. The fans who just look at the numbers like you're saying, Woody, I get why they say what they say. But
I mean, you got to take a look back, and it doesn't happen anymore. You mean quarterback stats like that don't win Super Bowls. You go back to the last couple of Super Bowl winning quarterbacks that have that low QBR and completion percentage. They're not winning games and they're not winning a Super Bowl. Now, back then, I could bring up one quarterback, Mr. Trent Dilfer. The defense won that Super Bowl. This is a new era here. It's got to be all consistent on all three levels of the game.
So let's break this down really quick. Caleb Williams, rookie year to now, so 17 games versus 13 games. Last year he had 351 completions. Right now he's at 249. Last year for the whole year, 562 attempts. This year 431. His average last year was 6.3. This year 6.8. Last year, he had 19 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. This year, 20 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. I'm sorry, last year was 20 and 6. This year, it's 19 and 6. I'm sorry. I conflated. Now, here's the big one. Last year, he had 68 sacks. This year, 20.
He's only sacked 20 times already. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. His rating last year was an 87.8. Right now, it's an 87.2. And I would say partially that is because of his completion percentage this year. It might be a little bit worse.
Well, I take those numbers, the sacks and stuff, for the new revamped offensive line too.
Yeah.
You got two guys on the offensive line, Tooney and Ozzie, that haven't given up a pressure yet this year.
Yeah, it's a lot of difference. And then look at the sacks he gets out of. There were a couple of times where, like any other quarterback, they're done, and he gets out of it. It's like, so I'm sold on Caleb. I would like to see better completion percentage as everyone else would, but that would also mean let's not throw the ball away as much. Let's get some more plays at work. Mike on Sunday was in the chat, the backroom chat, saying, what's going on? Why I'm like, dude, they're probably playing a pretty vanilla offense by Ben standards. I'm like, why would you empty the trick bag right now? Because you got to win the game. You got to win the game. No. No. I mean, yes, but no. I'm not emptying the trick bag to win a Week 14 game in the regular season that doesn't have too deep of a playoff implication. Like, this is not a win or go home situation. In fact, I would say that the Packers did not empty their trick bag either. Both teams kept it relatively vanilla, didn't introduce too much new stuff from what they've done in the season already in this game, because both teams are like, look, we're probably both going to be playoff teams. Both teams individually are thinking, I'm going to be a playoff team. I don't want to empty the trick bag out now and show everyone all my tricks before I get to the playoffs. And I got to play these guys in 2 weeks. Why would I show them everything today? I got to see them again in 2 weeks. And oh, by the way, if the playoffs started today, we'd be going to Green Bay for the first round playoff game.
Yep. And the last time the Bears lost, which, wow, it's a pretty long time, huh? Anyway,
Yeah, it was.
We were all thinking that Ben Johnson threw all his tricks in the first half or first quarter and nothing in the second half. And that's when we lost. So, yeah, I agree with you, not throwing all the bags of tricks all at once. Mix them up or, save them.
Yeah, there's some tactical moves that got to happen there, right? And I think he was a little tactical with it. So, I mean, we did see one new trick play. It worked. And then we saw a trick play get blown up. The DJ Moore play. Oh.
I thought he was going to fumble. The way he was, if you watch that in slow-mo, the way he had the catch and the way when he got hit, how that ball was moving around, I'm like, oh boy, it's going to be a fumble.
Barry asked, would we want to see the Packers in the playoffs?
No. I hate to say this, but those seedings and stuff like that, I think if Green Bay plays the Rams, that's going to be a hell of a game. Green Bay I'm impressed with them. Everybody was like hating on Matt LaFleur, blah, 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 Jordan Love, blah, blah, blah. Young receivers, you got Micah Parsons to build up your defense. This is going to be a team to reckon with in the playoffs.
I think it's almost inevitable that, if both teams get in the playoffs, that we could meet. I'd rather it not be the first week. No. I'd rather it be in the divisional round or the NFC Championship. And I'd rather it be in Chicago than Green Bay. But to be honest with you, I don't think the location matters as much with these two teams in terms of weather, field. It's about the same. Frozen cold, both places. I'd much rather it be a home game, so I'd much rather we be the 2 seed and they be the whatever seed. But if we have to face the Packers, I'd rather face them at home, and I'd rather it not be in the wild card round. Mm-hmm. I'd like to put some more weeks of separation, because now we get them in week 16. So now we'd be playing them in week 19. That's the playoffs is week 19. So, you're talking 3 games between week 14 and 19. Mm-hmm. Dude, that's 3 times in like few short weeks. I mean, no, that's give me at least another week or two of separation,
Well,
right?
you guys say this though is last year, 3 playoff teams were in there from the North. Well, if we play
All
Green
three
Bay
are
the
one and
first
done.
round, yeah, so we guarantee somebody's going to get past that first week this time.
Well, I mean, the Lions did. They made it to the divisional round because they had the bye. But yeah,
Yeah,
they were still one and done. So at least we could say we could guarantee a North team would win a playoff game
yep,
this time round. But no, I mean Barry, I
nope.
don't think anyone in their right minds wants to face Chicago or Green Bay in the playoffs. I think both teams aren't hot right now. They're relatively warm. Um, but like if I'm LA, do I want to play the Packers or the Bears in the playoffs? Probably not.
Nope, not outside.
No, especially not outside. So I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
it's just
definitely
still
going with
that last play of the game still pisses me off because that's the same play they did in Philly.
yep.
And if you, oh man,
That's what I'm
I
saying. Like they didn't pull anything new out of the playbook. They went in a play they
right,
just used the week prior. I mean,
right.
and I'm fine with that too because knowing what's coming down the road, um, the execution was poor. And Caleb, I like that Caleb owned it. That's one thing I like about this Bears team this year. It's like in the few losses we've had, I've heard nothing but accountability. The fans, we're the ones who have made excuses for this team. The team doesn't. They take accountability for the bad throws. They take accountability for the flags. They take accountability for their shit. And sometimes we as fans, like we'll make excuses for them, but honestly, I find that this year I don't have to make excuses for this team because they say, yeah, we fucked up that play. We're human. Go figure. And we got to get better at that. And this is what I did wrong. And they're very open about it. Whereas in the past, it's like, well, you see, you know what I mean?
Well, a lot of fans don't think like you can because him apologize. It's like your kid keeps doing wrongdoing, keeps saying sorry. Well, the fifth sorry, you know, it's not going to be good enough. Just don't do it. But accountability, yes, Mike's it might make them look responsible and try to calm the fans that me and you think like calm them down a little bit.
Well, and like, yeah, it's not like look at Caleb is that throw is not your prototypical Caleb Williams throw either. That was very out of character for the types of balls he throws. I mean, think about it. How many times do you see him throw a floater like that?
And
And here's
no,
a guy
and
who doesn't turn the ball off over often either, and he doesn't. So that throw was like not a normal Caleb Williams throw. On top of it, so it's not like I've had to hear Caleb say, "Hey, look, I didn't lead that ball long enough. I shouldn't have made it a floater." We've never heard him apologize or take accountability for that before. I mean, I mean, I get what you're saying too, because every week, oh yeah, I screwed that up. I got to fix it. It's every week.
yeah.
Okay, I get it, but it's not every week, and that's why I like that. There was no excuse. He's like, yeah, I jacked up that throw. I should have made a better throw. Here's what I did wrong. I don't know why I did it the way I did it. I didn't think the guy would make it over fast enough. Whatever. That's not an excuse. I got to lead him better. I got to do a better job. I'm happy with that response.
And
Versus, well, the Packer guy wasn't supposed to be there, or try to say, well, oh, you just made a great play. No, I fucked it.
I wish he would have been at the right angle to see DJ Moore because everybody was coming to Caleb and DJ Moore was open. But in the beginning of the play, Komet had a great route. If we would have, if he was a pocket passer, like say if he wasn't getting any pressure on that play and he was a pocket passer, Komet would have had that. He would have seen Komet right down the middle. Yeah. Great slant. I was like, holy shit! Same game against Philly or same play, and I don't know. I guess the Packers watched some tape.
Well, I mean, look, good on the Packers for getting the pressure on him there, and that's why I thought he's just going to run out of bounds, and we'll just let Manon guy run it in or something, or Swift or something, do something, run. I thought we were going to just run it in. We still had a timeout left. We still were going to have like what 30 some seconds left in the clock. Go get the first down. You only need 4 yards. You can do a run play. You can do pass plays. You had 3-4 shots easy at the end zone you could take, and then go for 2 and go for the win. Right? I so thought that's what we're going to do. Get the first down, punch it in the end zone, go for 2, After 10 seconds left on the clock, whatever, kick it off, and we'll get a stop. They'll throw a Hail Mary. It won't go anywhere because Love doesn't have a strong enough arm to go from his 30 to the end zone. He's not going to throw a 70-yard ball, and we'd get the victory. But that's just no. You said they went to throw it, and I was like, "What's going on here?" Like the
Yeah,
Bears Packers games are going to be special going forward. There's no more of these. I don't think we're going to see these big blowouts. I think these games are going to be tight for the next couple foreseeable future. They're going to be flip quarter games, which is great for the North. Um, Jay Love had a pretty good game. Their line held pretty well. If the Bears defense can get a little bit better, they can turn the tables on this.
I
If
mean,
the Bears defense can get a little bit better, we could definitely turn the tables a lot more to our favor. Because right now, I'd say we're pretty even.
and Sweat with another sack.
Yeah.
He's quiet, but he's making some plays, and that like again, I played quarterback 13 years in 5-man and 8-man leagues, and I would have never. I had a strong arm. I'm not gonna brag. Yeah, well, I had a strong arm, but that throw to Zacchaeus in the end zone, I would have never threw that. It just went right through the defender's hands, and the concentration, because now you see this all over the league, that when there's a player in front of you going up for the ball, you get the receiver gets distracted and drops it or whatever. Zacchaeus, wow, hats off to him on that touchdown catch, because we know about his drops. He'd still be running at that Washington game. He'd still be running. Probably would have made it to you by now.
Yeah, he might have made it all the way around the planet by now. And the throw by Caleb was just a dart. Oh
my God, my God!
And you know what I love about watching Caleb is now that we're getting the better announcers. We're getting the Greg Olsons, we're getting Tom Brady. Like you could even hear in Tom Brady's voice how impressed he is with Caleb. Like he was like, you could just hear when he's describing the ball. He's like, and that throw, and you're just like, okay.
And and right in the beginning, he loves that cold weather. So because he played in New England.
Yeah, I mean, Barry, you look at. I mean, let me say this, and then we'll see if Woody agrees. But I've been saying the last week or so, without Micah Parsons, the Packers aren't in this position they're in right now. I think you guys probably would have lost 2 or 3 other games, to include this game we just played, without Micah Parsons on that roster. Like that was a good move for the Packers for Gutekunst. That defense. Let's say you had Kenny Clark there and not Parsons. Would this defense be as good as it is? And I don't think so. I think they would have lost 2 or 3 additional games. What do you think, Woody?
I'm not to disagree. Well, I have to. I don't think it's a one-man sport. I know that built up their defense, but their offense, I mean, with these young receivers, even without, Kraft, I mean, they're doing pretty darn good. But
the Packer fan agreed with me.
I don't give a fuck, Barry. You agree with me. This should be the Halas Woody show. But I'm saying that one man doesn't make the team. Now,
I agree.
What
he makes
Green
them
Bay,
better.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. But Micah Parsons is he's a great player.
He made sort of Sean Gary could be free. He's freed up guys, right? And he gave them speed, a lot more speed than they had, which what Gordon's saying. That's why I said, like, Micah Parsons, look, a brilliant move for Green Bay. I think they're without him, they probably lose an extra game or 2 at minimum, if not 3 or 4 on their schedule. Because, like, even the Bears games, did he have a sack this game? Did he have a sack? No, but he was getting on Caleb. He was making Caleb move and make throws, and so he was making him uncomfortable.
Did you hear his press
conference? Did you get that kind of pressure on Caleb with Kenny Clark in the middle versus him?
Did you hear Micah Parsons' press conference after the game?
No, what did he say?
The announcer said that, hey, how did you feel about running after Caleb Williams all today? He's like, what did he say exactly? Oh, I forgot. I just saw it too. He was laughing. He's like, it sucked. Along those lines. But I want to talk about this comment John made. I was just about to make this, say this. Packers have the quickest outside defense. Like, you cannot get on the outside with them. They have such fast linebackers. They have fast, Micah Parsons and the defensive linemen. That's why you didn't see many runs on the outside. And that's what I like about Ben Johnson, because he goes over film. He talks to these players, not like Eberlews, John Fox, Trestman, blah, 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 because they would be running on the outside where they're the fastest part of their defenses. I do like this comment. I agree. They're probably the best in the league on defense on the outside.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, Micah's speed is better than Kenny Clark's speed, and that makes I honestly believe that was probably the best trade Gutekunst has made as a Packers GM. And without that trade, they're not winning. They're not a 9-win team right now. They're not 9-3-1. They're probably a 7-win team at this point. I mean, look at Micah Parsons is the reason that they tied the Cowboys and didn't lose that game, because Dak was walking into the end zone till he stopped it. And he makes quarterbacks so damn uncomfortable, makes them throw. Their pressure rate, their uncomfortableness rate is significantly higher with him. Like, Kenny Clark is great on the run, and that's what Dallas needed. And it was a good trade for both. But yeah, like, even Barry's like, we probably would have lost to Dallas with Micah. They probably would have lost this game this weekend, to be honest with you, because I don't think they get the pressure on quarterbacks they've been getting with Kenny Clark in the middle instead of Micah Parsons. So I'm just saying that was a great deal. Now look, at the Bears did a pretty good job at neutralizing him for the most part. No sacks. That's good. They kind of did the right thing. They watched the tape. So this next game in a week from Saturday is going to be really interesting to see what kind of adjustments both teams make. Because normally you would say, the Packers win, the Bears have more adjustments they can make, right? But really, if you think about, the Bears should have won that game on that last throw. I think there isn't like an advantage one way or the other tape wise for either team.
Well, that would have tied the game, and they would. Ben Johnson saying he would went for 2. But John's comment, Parsons 40 is 4.39. That's not that fast, because I ran a 4.2, 40 feet.
Well, Caleb Williams, they would say, what did they say? A quarter of quarterbacks who were eligible on speed. I think they said there were 9 times this year a quarterback was clocked at over 20 miles an hour, and Caleb had 5 of them.
Yep. Because he's like, I'm not getting a repeat of last year. I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah.
So
it was a good game. It was. I mean, look, at Bears fans were unhappy with the outcome, but football fans were happy with that game.
Yeah, I think it was a great moral victory, if you want to think of that. Moral victories don't count in the stats or anything like that.
Right there. It was right there. Yeah.
But the key of this league, I learned so many years, is that when you play the first half, if you're not doing good or stuff like that, you got to make adjustments for the second half. You can't. Bears fans are used to not making any adjustments, playing the same way they did the first half, and the first drive, the second half is a 3-and-out. I'm like, here we fucking go again. Ben Johnson came right back out and scored a touchdown.
Since week 3, we're 9-2. I'm not mad. Since week 3, we're 9-2. I'm not mad. You're going to lose games. They're going to happen. Now we got to see how we do. We bounce back, and of course we're going to talk about the Browns on Sunday. But we got the Browns, we get the Packers, we get the Niners, and we finish with the Lions. It's how we finish these 4 games that will determine how mad or how displeased or not displeased we are. And actually, like, once again.
Oh, here we go.
I'm not even going to go into the rest.
Oh, God, you sound like Eagles fans, please.
I know.
With the fucking refs.
Look, I'm still at that point where we're playing with house money. I mean, the only thing I say I really want to make sure we do is beat Green Bay at least once this year and split. And I think we should and without getting to the Browns game, I think we should beat the Browns. If we beat the Browns on Sunday and we can split with the Packers this season, it's an 11-win season. We're probably in the playoffs. We'll have exceeded everyone's expectations for this team, even
Oh
some of the
yeah.
more wild expectations that were out there. Um, and I can still understand why fans will be talking Super Bowl with this team because you're 9-4 with 4 games left. You figure out the 4 games, look at the schedule that the way this team has played and performed over all year, even in this loss, we're going to get at least 2 more wins and get in the playoffs. And everyone knows once you get in the playoffs, it doesn't matter. Anyone can get to the Super Bowl. I don't know what this term that some people like to use. Well, they're not Super Bowl ready. I don't know what the hell that means. I think that's a bunch of malarkey, garbage, junk, whatever bullshit, whatever you want to call it. Because tell that to the New York Giants when they broke up New England's perfect season by winning that Super Bowl because they shouldn't have been anywhere near it.
That about that season, like I said on Sunday, it's usually the hottest team going into the playoffs, wild card, division leaders, whatever. So the advantage that Bears has, our last 3 out of 4 games are at home.
Yep,
So
we can
take
get hot.
advantage of it. Take advantage of it.
And Barry, uh, talking about your game, which we'll probably touch on a little bit of on our pregame Sunday, because obviously, look it. If the Bears beat Cleveland, they lose to Denver. Guess what? We're in the exact same position we were this week coming in as far as within the division. Now the
Well,
Bears would be in first place by a half a game again. So
uh, and
you know, if both
if
of us
Rams
win,
win, they'll be #1 seed still.
yeah, the Rams would be the 1 seed, but still within the division, it would
Yeah.
be the same. If we both win, guess what? The Bears beat the Packers. Now we're a half game up. So I mean, it's so close with these 2 teams. I think the Bears and Packers, they control their destiny. They just each of them got to basically go 2-2 in the last 4 games, and they're probably in the playoffs. I don't see you missing the playoffs with 11 wins.
That's this game we have in Denver. Well, good thing, Barry, about Denver is McManus played there, so we have no kicking issue.
Well,
Uh,
is Sertan going to be back off injury for them, or is he out for the year?
I gotta look that up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you'd rather be the wild card.
Yeah. I don't want that #1 seed. I don't,
No, I
dude.
wouldn't mind being the 2 seed and having the home game though.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course you want a home game, but that bye week, nah. I don't. No.
I wouldn't mind being the 2 seed, the 2 or the I don't think we could drop either. We're either going to be the 2 or the 7. It looks like, or 2 or somewhere in there. But you know, I would rather be the 2 seed maybe than the 1 seed. Not take the week off and get the home game for the wild card and divisional round. And then if you have to travel for the NFC Championship, you have to travel for the NFC Championship. I mean, but yeah, I don't like
I
taking that week off in a
Well,
way.
we need some Lions losses because that last game of the year might be in when you get in.
Yeah, the Lions are only a game back, but they got
Yeah.
they got a tough game this week.
Let's see. Let's go through
They
that.
got the Rams.
Yeah.
They got the Rams this week in LA. The Lions have the Rams. Green Bay has Denver. And then let me see. Green Bay's also so for us. I mean, ours isn't easy. I mean, we have a game that you could say would be the easiest of the games of the 4 we got left is the one we're about to play, Cleveland. Then we get Green Bay. Then we go to San Francisco. Then we're at home against Detroit. Green Bay has Denver, at us. Is it who's their one after us?
Who?
I know they finished with the Vikings.
Yeah.
But what's
So
the game that I'm missing that they what Barry, what's your that third game? I think it's an away game. I think they're at home with the Vikings, right?
yeah, because that's the other thing too is that Packers going 1-5 last year in division. Now they have a chance to go undefeated in the division. It's pretty impressive. Let's see the Packers. Let's see the Ravens at home.
Is that their last home game? Is the Ravens?
No, their last game is at home against the Vikings.
Okay, so their last 2 are at
No,
home. Ravens
I'm
and
sorry.
Vikings.
It's at Minnesota. Sorry, at
Okay, so
Minnesota.
yeah, the Ravens. So they're think about it, they're on the road for the next 2, then at home against the Ravens, which will be a hard game, and then they go to Minnesota, who'll be looking to play spoiler. Detroit, they get the Rams. Well, they got the first week they got the first place schedule. They got a hard schedule. And they close with us at home. Um, whether they're relevant at that point, their schedule for the next 3 weeks, couple weeks is not easy. If I can get
So bring back that other comment about the refs. They had 6 penalties. We had 4. How's that a refs are going leaning against us?
this is John Dorn.
Oh, that's John Dorn. Oh, John. Got it.
So the
Okay.
Lions are at the Rams, at home against the Steelers, at the Vikings, and then at the Bears.
But
So their easiest game in there is the Vikings.
let me tell you something. There's been an upset every week. So it's any given Sunday. So it's not a guarantee on any
Yeah,
game.
look what happened in Tampa.
Yeah. Look at
I mean,
Tennessee.
yeah, the Saints. Well, the Saints came into Tampa, and I was like, "What the
Yeah.
heck just happened here?"
Yeah.
That was crazy.
So-
I couldn't believe it. So
And the Steelers handled the Ravens. So, I mean, division rivals are a different story. You can be 0-16 going up against 16-0 and the lesser team wins. It's a division game and stuff like that. But every week it seems like there's an upset. Every week.
well, yeah, don't count the Vikings out. The Vikings have 2 division games left. I mean, look at the Lions and the Packers need to beat the Vikings. The Vikings want to play spoiler at this point.
Yep. And they shut out Washington 31-0. I know it's Washington, but it's hard to get shut out anybody in the NFL.
Well, that's because they got shut out the week before. But yeah.
So
I mean,
never know.
you get up. Injuries are going to matter. You get up for games. Where the game's at's going to matter. The fact that Minnesota's indoors is good for Minnesota because they're built for speed. But for the Lions having to come here in January, oof. Green Bay, I mean, they get the Ravens at home. The weather doesn't affect the Ravens. They're a cold weather team too. So, and the Ravens, they're fighting to get in the playoffs too. So, I mean, really, we all have tough games. It's hard to handicap them, but
yeah. And San Francisco is a quiet 9-4.
yeah, being held
And
together with duct tape and bubble gum and who knows what else.
And I don't even know the last time we won in San Fran.
Yeah, Dorn. Same with the Bears. We're getting healthy too.
Yeah, so me and Jody are going to fly out Sunday for that game because it says it's supposed to be 6 degrees.
Which game are you flying out to?
She gave me the finger. I was going to fly out to the Bears-Browns game this weekend.
Come on, Jody. It's Cleveland. You like Cleveland. You can go see the Hall of Fame.
No, it's in Chicago.
Oh, it is in Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can go to Portillo's and get another dog, or you can.
I want to go to the Wiener Circle.
Go to the Wiener Circle.
See if they get restocked on hot dogs since they ran out the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be nice and warm in my house watching on the 85. So
I'll be warm watching it on my 75.
Real quick, so you got about 12 minutes left. There's Snoop Van Poop. Hey, Snoop said he'll go with you.
Let's go.
Let's go, Snoop.
Yep.
Coming in. Snoop coming in from Rumble. You're rumbling on him. Yeah,
does he? Does that mean it's a UFC website because it's Rumble or wrestling?
Oh yeah, had no Rumbles like the new YouTube, I guess you could say. Lamar's playing crappy, not that worried. Well, it's in 2 weeks. Who knows what Lamar will be playing with by then? Maybe he gets it right, but still going to be a good game. I mean, I would not look past Baltimore. Put it that way.
Yeah, because they have Zay Flowers is an unbelievable receiver. Little guy. It reminds me of Tyreek Hill with his cutting and his speed and stuff like that. He's amazing. They just got to throw the ball to Mark Andrews. He didn't have a catch on Sunday.
So we don't have much time left, but I want to get someone got their X hacks. They have to come here to watch. Yeah, I know. Hey, Snoop, it is on my other account though. I do forward it there from Rob, so it is on my account. You can watch it from Ken the Bear Fan 2, which is at Talking Sports 18 on X. I still have not heard back, by the way, from X, and I've been sending them emails and everything else. Who knows what's going on? there are reports that they say it could take 4 to 8 weeks to even hear back from them. So
Jeez, who runs it? Zuckerberg? Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
no. Come on, Elon, get better people over there. But we got about 10 minutes left. I want to talk about one thing that's kind of non-Bears related. And we spent a good amount of the morning show on it today. I know you didn't get a chance to pop on.
Mhm.
Dude is a semifinalist to get into the Hall of Fame this year. And says, you know what? Hold my high school state championship trophies for a minute. Let me come back and play for the Indianapolis Colts. Yesterday, we reported in the morning that he was going to throw the ball on Tuesday. Well, he signed. He signed.
Wow. Yep. He
Everyone
signed.
thinks now.
It,
Think about it. This was his first year of eligibility. Whether or not he was going to be a first ballot or not, a lot of people think he was. Some people think he wouldn't. But now, if he plays in one game, his eligibility gets pushed back to 2030. If he only plays this year and retires again, he won't be able to go in the Hall of 23 because 5 years after he retires.
Yep.
The dude turns 45 this week or next week. Hasn't played in 5 years, obviously. Yeah, I know,
his
Snoop. They're
his
supporters.
his press conference was hilarious. He's like, yeah, he got bigger. Obviously, he's fatter, and he said, "Well, I can't run anyway. I'll just throw."
Yeah, well, I mean, look, he coaches like 35 miles from my house. The high school he coaches. I mean, the dude hits the weight room with his kids. He's throwing the rock around some. If he gets into the playoffs, because they're in the hunt for the playoffs, they're like a game behind. I
Yep.
mean, it's attainable, and you look. I mean, he's not a bad option considering what else is available.
I
I'm just
I would
like
have I would have called Derek Carr. Say, let's fucking go.
Derek Carr would have made. He's only been out for this season. Yeah.
But I guess Philip Rivers with his other press conference, he says, you know what, daycare is getting a little tight. It's getting a little expensive. I have 10 kids, so
So interesting fact. He is only the second player in NFL history to be a grandparent while still playing in the NFL.
holy
If he
Jesus.
plays this week or if he plays this year. The other one, Brett Favre.
And we ended his career in Minnesota.
Yep, that was the year he became a grandparent, and we ended his career. Those are the only two. Will be the only two NFL players who are grandparents in world soccer. It's happened between all the. It's happened 4 times in soccer overall. But the one guy was like a grandfather at age 33. Think about that one for a minute.
No.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's like dude's got 10 kids, a grandkid. I'm just like, what do you have to prove, man? You're probably going to the Hall of Fame anyway.
Yeah.
Could you
I don't
imagine if
know.
he gets into the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship game?
It's that's the other thing too. That turnaround too. I remember when Colts had the best team in the NFL. I mean, they were ahead of the Patriots or going neck and neck with the Patriots and stuff like that, and they just dropped.
Well, yeah, because Peyton got hurt, and then they got Luck, and they were back, and then Luck just says, "You know what? I'm going like Barry. I'm out. Deuces." I
Yeah,
mean,
amazing.
crazy. I mean,
Philip
I'm just
Philip Rivers.
Philip Rivers is back.
Oh, I
Eh,
like he reminds me of Cutler with him, like his attitude and stuff like that, yelling at the refs. Oh, I can't wait.
yeah, if he plays this weekend, I mean, look at this is a great game. They go to Seattle this week. How if you're Seattle, how do you prepare for Philip Rivers this week?
Pocket passer.
I mean, and they're
Pressure.
going to figure, well, he hasn't played in 5 years. I bet his arm strength isn't there. And watch the first throw of the game, he burns him deep for like 50 yards or something, right? I mean, if there was a game that they were going to sneak a win in, this could be it this week for Seattle with Philip Rivers playing. All of a sudden, they're a 9-win team. I mean, dude, they're in the thick of it. I mean, I
Yep.
think he only needs to win make 2, maybe 3 games out of the 4 to get into the playoffs. If he
Yeah.
wins any games, that's something, but still,
That
it's
connect
crazy.
that connection between him and Tyler Warren should be special.
Well, here's a question. I wonder how many players played with how many guys were on the team when Philip Rivers was there in 2020?
Oh God, Pittman. No, what Pierce. Oh man, Jonathan Taylor, obviously. Buckner, he's hurt. He's on defensive line. Biggest hands. I like to say he has the biggest hands in the NFL. That's proven. Not many.
Yeah, I just grokked it. I said how many players for the Colts in 2020 that are on the team today. There we go. Okay. Ooh, Jonathan Taylor, 2 wide receivers, Ashton Dolan and Michael Pittman,
Yeah.
a tight end, Mo Alley Cox, 3 of the offensive linemen, 2 D linemen, 2 linebackers, and 3 DBs.
Was Buckner one of them?
No,
Defensive lineman? No way. Huh.
no. Grover Stewart and Twyquan Lewis.
That's strange. Where's Buckner?
But
Huh.
offensively, dude, his running back was there and 2 of his wide receivers.
Yep. They got Pierce. They got Warren now. Yeah, they're going to be. If he can stay in that pocket with the offensive line, they'll pick defenses apart.
See, that's what I love about Grok. Grok gave me a nice, easy answer to read, unlike Google, which sometimes gives you now that little AI box where it tells you it. Other times they give you 8,000 links, 8,000 stories. It's like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be good. Look, he's rewatching the Bears Packers.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yeah, Gates wasn't there. Bring Gates out of retirement.
Oh God. He could probably still play too.
Hey, what would you do if the guy's in the Hall of Fame and came out of retirement to play? Does he stay in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, absolutely. That statue of his head's not going anywhere.
Daniel Thomason comes out of retirement.
Yeah, I thought they called Singletary out because we were missing linebackers.
Yeah, they should or Urlacher. Get Urlacher.
Urlacher could probably still play too. He got a little smaller, but he's probably faster.
Or Lance Briggs, with
Lance
his
Briggs.
7 straight Pro Bowls. Yeah.
We'll talk about that on Sunday. Go Pack Go! But
Yeah,
I'll just give a headline is that we dealt with Micah Parsons. Now we got to deal with even better defensive lineman, Myles Garrett. So
And Myles Garrett only had 1 sack last week too, by the way. Just throw that out there.
so is he up to 17 now?
Yeah, he's at 17. So
Jesus
we'll be
Christ.
talking Bears Browns. Good segue there though. Thank you for that.
Yeah, but join us, Go Pack Go, and we'll tell you on Sunday.
Yep, Sunday at 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern time. There we go. And
Yeah.
the game, we are literally the pregame because as soon as we're off the air, the Bears game begins. So catch us for that. Program note: next Wednesday, Woody and I will be breaking down the Bears Browns recap, and also doing the pregame for the Bears Packers because that game is going to be Saturday Night Football.
Yep.
So yeah, Barry, thank you for being here. I like that we get some Packer fans in here.
Have a good one, Barry.
Yeah,
good game Sunday, bud. Good game.
Yeah, good game. We'll see you on Sunday. So Sunday we'll preview that. Yeah, I hope the Lions get kicked out of the playoffs too. But
Jesus Christ.
So we'll do that though. This Sunday we're gonna do the Bears Browns. That's at 11 Central, noon East. Tomorrow and Friday we'll have Ken and Ken in the morning at 10 Central, 11 on the East. Before our show on Sunday, if you care for, they have the Red Zone Rant, which is on an hour before us on Sunday. And then, like I said, the following Wednesday, Woody and I will be back. So 1 week from today, Woody and I will be breaking down the Browns recap, and then looking forward to the Packers. So that's gonna be a full show. Yeah, a lot of good football left, man. Look I'm happy. You happy?
Oh yeah, I said 9-8 this year. We're already there. Hope
Yeah.
we don't finish 9-8 now that we have 9 wins, but yeah, we're there.
Yeah, I'm happy. So good season so far. Great game Sunday. Unfortunately, didn't go our way, but we'll get them on the next one. Until Sunday, guys, for Halas Hall, bear down. We'll
Bear
see you
down.
soon.